Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Boss Up and Glow Up with Lexi Sample. We talk a lot about self improvement and just how to work on yourself and be your best self. Today, we're going to start talking about comparison and how comparison is the thief of joy. We're kind of getting to that age where we're all on completely different paths. Some of us are getting engaged, they're getting married, traveling, starting their career, still in school maybe, or just honestly unsure. And we kind of start to convince ourselves that maybe we're not doing enough. If you see your friends from high school who are married, engaged, having kids, whatever, and you're not doing that and you're just like beep bopping around the city, traveling, and that's okay. You start to think maybe I should be settling down. Maybe I should be having children. Maybe I should find a partner. But that's just not how your path is going. And that's okay. Everyone is on this earth to go on a completely different path. And we just need to stop thinking that, oh, our lives need to be like that person's. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. It's not going to be the same as your friends. All of my friends, we are all doing so many different things, even me and my sister. I have some of my friends who are in relationships, bought houses with their partners. Some of them started families. Some of them are solo traveling the world. Some of them are just starting out their careers. And some of them just don't fucking know. And that is okay. It's okay to not be sure what you want to do. It's okay to not be on the same path as your friends because it's hard. We're in our 20s. How are we supposed to know what we want to do our entire lives? We don't. And this is just going to set you back from success if you're just spending all of your valuable time comparing your life to somebody else's. Like me and my sister are on completely different life paths, okay? So my sister, for example, she is a nurse. She has a baby and she's like already starting a family. And then there's me on the other hand, where I am not in a relationship. I don't have children. I have a dog though, so I guess she counts as my child, but I just travel a lot and I work from home. I'm still not really sure where I'm going career wise, but I'm going to be successful. I know that for damn sure. I just don't know exactly where my career is headed. But my sister, on the other hand, she knew from an early age that she wanted to work in healthcare. She wanted to be a nurse. She wanted to have children. And she wanted that typical, like, white picket fence life, you know? And is that what they call it? The white picket fence life? White picket fence family? I don't know how to explain it, but I saw a quote that I think it's the white picket fence. I don't know. Whatever. That's besides the point. But it is okay. Me and her are on completely different paths. That doesn't mean one of us is more successful than the other. We're just different. We're both very successful. We're just not the same. And that is completely okay. We need to stop comparing ourselves to people we see online and just thinking that we're inadequate or we're not doing enough because we definitely are. Life is not an easy thing, life is difficult. And if you're just wasting your precious time thinking down on yourself, just having self doubt, thinking you're not doing good just because somebody else is doing something completely different than you and it seems like they're ahead. But there's no such thing as being ahead. It's just called having a different life. Just because someone got married before you, someone had children before you, they started a family, they got the career before you, doesn't mean they're ahead of you in life. It just means they're headed down a different road. And that's kind of what we're going to dive into today. And we need to stop comparing ourselves because we are going to be miserable. That's why they say comparison is a thief of joy. We need to be in tune and on top of our emotions and our thoughts. We need to think of why are we feeling this way? And a lot of it comes from maybe jealousy. A lot of times you don't want to admit, oh, I'm feeling a little bit jealous. But that's where all of these feelings stem from. And that's okay. It is a completely normal feeling. Everyone compares themselves, whether we do it intentionally or not. That's what we do, especially with this day and age of social media. It's just thrown right in our face. It's almost impossible not to look at other people's lives and compare them to yours. But that doesn't mean your life is inadequate, you know? We just need to have self-awareness and realize when we're starting to feel this way, when we start to compare ourselves. If you see yourself going down a rabbit hole, stalking someone's social media and be like, wow, like they really have it all and I have nothing. Like if you start to catch yourself doing things like that, you got to cut it out and just snap it the fuck out because you need to realize you are taking away your own success because you are thinking your life and your success is going to be based off someone else's story. And you need to remember when people are posting things online, they don't always post the bad. Some people do, some people keep it real, but most people don't. They're going to post when they're going on a vacation. Have you ever seen those people who never post on social media, but then once they go on a trip, then they want to post, and then you look at their page and you're like, wow, like I'm so jealous. They get to be in this tropical place while I'm stuck at work. But you don't think, what if that's the first trip that they've taken in 5 years? Just because they're on a vacation right now doesn't mean that they travel all the time. And even if they do, that doesn't mean you're doing anything worse. Some people have different priorities. Some people choose their work as their priorities and they don't prioritize their fun. Some people prioritize their fun rather than their work. And some people just have no freaking idea. And we see these people online, they'll post their happy relationships on Valentine's Day, for example. Everyone randomly decides to post their significant others. Do you know how many times people have posted their girlfriends on social media on Valentine's Day? And I'm like, where did this relationship come from? Because that person was like DMing me or DMing my friend or like liking all these people's pictures. And it's like, that's not good. And then you see them on social media and you're like, wow, like I wish I was in a relationship. I wish I had this. I'm single, blah. But their relationship might not be all sunshines and rainbows. And a lot of times they're not. Sometimes they are, which is kudos to you, which is good. But a lot of times you're just comparing the couples you see on social media. Remember what are they called? Am I gonna get sued for talking about people? I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. The Ace family. um, they made it look like their lives were perfect. And then lo and behold, it came out that their lives were absolutely not perfect. But back in the day when they were posting all their cutesy little videos when they were together and all that, they looked like the perfect family. And I even would look at them and be like, wow, that's like really what I want. I want my marriage to look like that. I want to have like that sweet family. They look amazing together. They look so happy. They weren't happy at all. They were completely the opposite of happy. So you never really know. They're just posting their good moments online to entertain people. That's what social media is. It's just pure entertainment. It's not real life at all. And we need to stop looking at people's social media and thinking we need to be somewhere or we need to be doing this, we need to be doing that, because we're only posting highlight reels. We're not posting every little detail. Like you don't see people, well, sometimes you do, having like the worst day of their lives when they're getting fired, they're getting laid off and they're crying and they're posting about that. But you don't see that as often as people going on nice trips, doing the luxury, doing the fun, because we're only posting our highlights. We need to stop with that. And another thing, looks. That's another thing that really kills me is people compare looks to other people. I see people in my comments a lot saying, "Oh, I wish I had boobs like yours." Girl, I paid for these. Like I don't compare yours to mine because these are not real. I literally purchased them. They were installed by a doctor. Like don't wish anything. But and honestly, what made me want to get my boobs done was probably seeing people on social media and made me insecure about my boobs because they weren't like teeny tiny. No, yeah, they were. I'm lying. They were so tiny, but they weren't flat. Okay. And I was insecure about them. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm going to get them done. And people come up to me all the time and just say, oh, your body's so nice. I paid for half of it. Like, it's not natural. Don't compare it to me. And honestly, when people say, oh, I wish I looked like that model, I wish I looked like that influencer, do you realize we all have face app? I'm one of those people. I have face app, of course. If I have a frizz on my hair, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna smooth it over. If I have a blemish, I'm gonna smooth it over. I don't wanna post that online. I'm not gonna post when I'm looking bad. Like, I'm gonna, of course, tweak my stuff because if I wanna post something online, I wanna make sure I am looking my best, I am feeling my best. So, yes, I'm gonna post the edited version of my photo, and I'm not gonna post the photo where I have a giant pimple on my chin or a big old frizz sticking out of my head. Like, I'm not gonna post that. So, why are we comparing ourselves to people on social media? Because you edit your stuff too. Most of you do. I don't want to hear you don't. So why would you compare yourself to an Instagram model who most likely has an editing team? Okay, no, that's extreme, but like we all use it. we all use the apps. We shouldn't be comparing our looks because we are all gorgeous. We're all beautiful in our own ways. And that's the beauty of it. Everyone is different. We shouldn't be seeing other people and be like, damn, I wish I looked like that. Like, imagine how that makes your parents feel. They're like, wow. If you're like a spitting image of your parents and you look like them and you're like comparing yourself to other people saying, oh, I wish I looked like this. Your parents are probably so upset. They're like, damn, like my kids think I'm ugly. Like, it might make them upset. And honestly, like, you wouldn't want to hear your children saying that they think they're ugly. Even if you don't have children, just put yourself in a mother or a father's shoes. You wouldn't want to hear your children saying that. By constantly comparing yourself to other people, their looks, their lives, this, that, and the fourth, you're just pouring all of your energy into other people's cups. You're not pouring your energy into your own, which is what you should be spending time doing. Why are you wasting all of your precious time worrying about what this person's doing when you can maybe use their posts as inspiration? Like, let's say someone just posted they just got a promotion at their job or they started this really cool career. Instead of being like, damn, like, that sucks. I'm making like no money. I don't have a promotion. Use that as motivation and be like, how can I improve in my career? How can I get better? Instead of using other people's posts to talk down on yourself, think of just ways you can improve. That's honestly how I look at things now. If I see someone doing great, if they're traveling, it's like, you know what? I haven't been on a trip in a while. I'll book a trip or I'll plan a trip for the near future. I'll make these plans. Or when someone gets a promotion or someone starts this, someone starts that, it motivates me. Because when you see other people doing better, it should motivate you to want to be better, not talk down on yourself and be like, wow, I'm a piece of shit. Like, no, you're not a piece of shit. Use it as motivation. And we need to start celebrating each other's wins and supporting each other's wins, whether we say it out loud or just think it to ourselves. Instead of using jealousy, just use support. People need support. Would you want people to talk down on you when you get a new job? Would you want them to be like, damn, like, that sucks. Like, why can't I have one? Like, no. You want people to be like, congratulations, you deserved it. You worked so hard. You did this, you did that. That's how you want people to look at things. So if you want people to support you, you need to support other people instead of getting jealous, because that's not a good look. And it's just gonna make you fucking miserable. If you're spending so much time being jealous of other people, you are pouring your energy into their cups. You're not even pouring into your own cup and you're not getting anything done. You're just scrolling, thinking, oh, I'm so jealous, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, cut it out. And honestly, if people are making you feel like that, this probably isn't like the greatest advice, but you have the power to have whoever the fuck you want on your social media. If someone is constantly making you feel jealous or making you feel bad about yourself, you don't need to have them on social media. No one's forcing you to have them added. Just because you knew them for a while or you went to high school with them does not mean you have to keep them on your social media. Do you know how many people I unfollowed? Honestly, I don't even know if I follow that many people from high school anymore. Because, like, I don't need to. If we don't talk and if I don't really care to see what you post, I'm not going to follow you just because I know who you are. If I don't care about what you're posting or if your posts make me feel a certain type of way, I'm not going to follow you. Why would I want to spend my time scrolling on social media and knowing something's going to bother me, knowing once I click on it, it's going to piss me off? Why would I want to feel like that? We go on social media for entertainment as an outlet sometimes. Like, you had a hard day at work, you're really stressed out, you just want to lay down in your bed and just scroll on social media, and then you come across something that just pisses you the fuck off. And you knew it was going to piss you off. We all have people in our lives that when we see them, we're just like, I don't give a fuck, or they trigger something in you. You don't need to follow them. You have the power to keep them off your social media. It's just not good. It's toxic, honestly. Remove all the toxicity. I'm not good at words like that, but you know what I mean. Remove all the toxicness, okay, out of your life. Just because they're family, blood related, I guess, or you know them, yada yada, doesn't mean you have to keep them around on social media. If their posts are making you feel some type of way about yourself, just remove them. Remove them completely. You don't need to have them in your life. We also need to talk about Self-worth, like self-worth is so fucking important, you guys. Like nobody is you. You need to remember that. You are you. You are the only you in the world. Do you realize how amazing that is? That is awesome. And every single person has something unique about themselves. Everyone is put on this earth for a different purpose. We are not all here to do the same thing. Because if we were all here to be alike, we would look like the freaking minions. No, the minions are actually kind of different, but you know what I mean? You know how boring it would be if everyone was a school teacher or everyone was, what's another job? A nurse. Like, that would be so boring. Like, why would you want the whole world to be the same? It is beautiful that we're all different. And you're just creating a mental strain on yourself for no fucking reason by comparing yourself to other people because you are not meant to be like that person. That person is that person. You are you. You need to realize your worth and your value because you are an amazing ass person. Every single person has their own special talent, their own uniqueness to them. We are all here to do completely different things. And that is amazing. That is so cool. Like, all of my friends do completely different things. Like, my sister's a nurse. I have another nurse friend. My other friend works in HR. My other friend works in, like, eye an eye surgery office, someone else is in fashion, I'm social media. Like, we're all doing different things. Some work at a bar. And that's awesome. We are all here for different things. And honestly, doesn't that make your stories interesting when you and all your friends do something different? It's so cool to like talk about the difference in your jobs because we're not doing the same thing as them. So we don't even understand really their day to day. And it's kind of cool. If we all did the same fucking thing, we would have the same boring ass stories. No, we don't want that. It's just gonna make you miserable comparing yourself to other people. Like, it's natural, I guess. It is a natural thing. Like, we all do it, but there's a difference between just like scrolling and making slight little comparisons versus like scrolling and letting it really affect your mood and your day. That is where it becomes a problem. Like, I've seen so many people scroll on TikTok or Instagram and they see someone's post, whether they're an influencer at like a runway show or like doing an ad or someone got a promotion or whatever, and it like lets them, no, it ruins their day. Why? Why would someone else's good ruin your day? I just never understood that. When I see someone doing good, it just makes me want to be better. It's motivation. And I think that's how we need to do that. We need to realize we are worth more than just thinking that we're inadequate just because someone else is doing something different. Different doesn't mean inadequate. Don't forget that. You need to remember that. Different is good. If you see someone else doing something different than you, don't think you're doing not enough or you're doing less than you should be doing. Just think, oh, like maybe one day I'll have a family, maybe one day I'll do this, and use it as motivation. For example, I refuse to go on dates because I'm traumatized. And I see people getting engaged on social media, and I'm like, wow, like that's so cute. I want that to be me one day. But if I'm refusing to go out on dates, how am I ever going to find that person? How am I ever going to be in that position if I am refusing to go out on dates? I'm not going to. Or when you see someone get a promotion and you're just laying in bed scrolling, look at what they did to get there. They worked their ass off. So use that as motivation to get your ass up and work. What's that Kim Kardashian quote? Get your fucking ass up and work. And the same thing with the gym. There's so many people who swipe up on my stories because I am very active in the gym and I post stories daily at the gym. And they're like, wow, I wish I had your motivation. So go do it. Get up and go. Like, no one is telling you you can't work out. You can't do this. You can't do that. The only thing that is stopping you is yourself. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing your life to somebody else's. Just get up and make your life what you want it to be. It's simple as that. You are in control of your own life. You are in control of everything that you can do, everything that happens to you. Well, no, okay, no, not everything that happens to you, but you're in control of your own life. So if you want to be something, you want to be somewhere, you want this, you want that, get up and do it. Stop looking at people's posts and getting jealous of them. Fix your own and be who you want to be. And that's kind of how I thought about things. Like when I was getting sad, I'm like, wow, I really want to find my person. And I like was refusing to go on dates. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I am not really comfy going on dates, but just do it and you'll find your fucking person, and motivating me to go back to school. Like, I saw people graduating with their doctorate and their master's, and I was like, I did drop out of school. I want to finish. I want to get my PhD. So guess what? I enrolled. I didn't get jealous. I didn't look at them and be like, ugh, good for them, but like my life sucks. Like, no, I didn't do that. I used that shit as motivation to go back to school. And when I got cheated on, I mean, for a little bit, I did sit there and compare myself to other people, and I was like, what did I do to deserve this? Why does my life suck? Do you know how many people it happens to? It's not a me problem, it's a them problem. Like, and I just use that as motivation to better myself. After all that, I am at the best place in my life now. I am the most active in the gym as I ever been. I am at the best in my career I've ever been. I went back to school and I am the happiest I've ever been. And my mind is refreshed and my mind is so clear. I have never been this happy. And it's all because of the trauma. And that's okay. Like, I learned to stop comparing myself to other people because I am Lexi. No one is me. And that is a gift. That is a prize. You are a fucking prize. Don't forget that. I know sometimes it can be hard to not compare yourself to other people because it is literally thrown in our faces with social media. But we need to know when we're doing it in an unhealthy way. Like, it's okay to look, it's okay to lurk, it's okay to like make little comparisons. But when you're getting out of hand and giving yourself self doubt over something, that's when it becomes an unhealthy situation. And we need to get it together because you are forgetting that you're the fucking prize. But I wanted to thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helped you a little bit because it is normal to compare. So I don't want you to think that I'm saying, oh, if you compare yourself to somebody else, you're abnormal, you're a loser. No, we're all gonna compare ourselves to somebody else, but don't do it in a way that makes you feel inadequate because you are. You are unique, you are gorgeous, you are perfect in your own way. Your life is not gonna look the same as somebody else's, and that is the beauty of life. So stop comparing your life to somebody else's because again, they're only posting the good things. They're not really posting when there's like when they have a fight with their significant other or when they got fired. They're not posting the negative stuff. They're only posting the really good things. And we can't compare our reality to somebody's highlight reel. That's not how we're going to be successful in life. We are ruining our own success by doing that. Don't do that. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped you a little bit. Bye. See you next week.